If you hear me!
What's happening, good people, and welcome back to another episode of From the Vault. I'm your humble host, Fraz, and joining me as always is the kayfabe assassin, Mr. Andy Nero. But as we all know, this video is all about the one and only DirtyDave, the ring historian, is bringing you straight up facts from the past, the present, and maybe this week, the future. Before we get into it, guys, please hit that like button, smash the bell for notifications, and if you're not already, please fucking subscribe to the channel. We need your support. We post weekly wrestling content, blind as it may be. Yeah? Andy, how you doing?
Darling. Really good, mate.
Dave, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
I've let this breathe for the past, how long have we been on this call now? Probably about 45 minutes. I've let my haircut breathe for about 45 minutes. No one's mentioned a thing. What do you think? I mean, am I looking sharp? Yeah.
Didn't even know
Some-
she'd had it cut.
No one's mentioned mine either. So
Yeah, well, I couldn't really tell. Sorry. Oh, Dave. You're looking like Roman Reigns, and I'm looking like Bron Breakker.
no,
Andy?
I look like Kevin Costner from Waterworld.
Fucking hell.
I
What
do.
a shout.
Not like
What a
this,
shout.
but I'll show you.
Okay, I'm going to redo the intro. So I'm your humble host, Fraz. Joining me as always is the kayfabe assassin, Mr. Bronson Reed, and we have got Kevin Costner,
Yes.
the ring historian himself from Waterworld. Welcome
That's right.
to From the Vault. We bring you facts and birthdays from the past. Dave, go ahead. This is you.
I'm very wet because I'm Kevin Costner from Waterworld, not for any other reason.
I
No, I'm wet from excitement, from perspiration, from the stress and the strain and the emotional trauma that doing this week's Vault brought up for me. That's why. What about you? Are you excited? Are you ready to go?
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what these future facts are going to come out with, hence the
Yes.
Doc Brown introduction.
Yes, I have managed to sneak into the future, but we might save that for the prediction show for Clash in Paris.
Well, no, sorry, Dave. I'll throw you under the bus. You've got to give us a future prediction on this one.
All right, well we'll see. We'll see when I get to the end. But
Sorry.
as
It's a
always,
fly.
I'm going to run through 7 days of history from the Vault. And as you know, we finished last week on the 21st. So we start this week's show looking at the 22nd of August, because that's the month we're still in. So it's still SummerSlam season, people. It's monstrous.
No,
And this
it's
was
not.
this was a big one. It was traditionally. It's not my fault they've changed the calendar and screwed everything.
This is like
three.
this is the third week now we've had
Yeah.
SummerSlam. fans.
No, still loads going on. So
Unbelievable.
and this is one specially for you to start the show off with. On the 22nd of August in 1999, Billy Gunn loses a Kiss My Ass match at SummerSlam to The Rock. And I put that one in just for you because I knew you'd love that. Of course, this was the SummerSlam that Jesse the Body Ventura was the guest referee in the... Oh, Fraz looks upset, but I'm going to carry on. The world title triple threat match between Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and Mankind. It's the only match where Triple H comes out with his Scott Steiner chain vest thing on.
Chainmail, yeah.
Chainmail. Of course, Mankind wins because Austin refuses to drop the title to Triple H at this pay-per-view. Undertaker and Big Show win the tag titles from Kane and X-Pac. And the show kicks off with a Euro Continental Championship match. The European title and the Intercontinental titles on the line when D'Lo Brown faces everybody's favourite, well, world's greatest singer, entertainer, wrestler. It's Jeff Jarrett. But yes, sorry, Billy Gunn did lose a Kiss My Ass match to The Rock.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Vault. My God, Dave, come on, mate. I mean, you're supposed to be doing stuff that really piques my interest. I'm losing interest right now. No one wants to hear about Billy Gunn's 1 or 2 losses that he had in his whole career.
But excuse me, last week, how complimentary was I? Because they won the first ever televised WWF Fatal 4-Way Tag match at SummerSlam 96.
I'm pretty sure if you watch that back, there was definitely ridicule from one of you.
Well, no, I just
Anyway,
said Skip was better, which is factually accurate. But anyway,
Let's move on. I'm sure you've got some more Billy Gunn facts for this week in wrestling.
No, I don't think he done
And if we
anything
haven't,
decent.
then we can make one up.
He wasn't great at SummerSlam, let's be fair. 2015 NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. This is another one really for both of you, but I know as someone is a bit of a fan of bottoms, they'll be really appreciative of this. This was, of course, one of the greatest women's championship matches of all time. Yes, it was on NXT, so you need to go back and watch it if you haven't. It was Bayley finally winning the title from Sasha Banks. I think she was the last sort of four horsewoman to do it, so it was all very emotional. And yeah, it was NXT's record crowd at that point in Brooklyn for Takeover. So a little one for you there. And of course, you like her bottom, but you wouldn't see Naomi wouldn't be straight up pregnant from Jimmy if the Usos weren't born on the 22nd of August 1985.
There you go.
There's a
Happy
little birthday
birthday.
for you. And of course, the Road Warriors legendary manager, Paul Ellering, was also born on this date, but in 1958. All right. Okay, I can't remember if there's any more Billy Gunn. Let me run through and we'll see how we go. Let's move on to the 23rd. Well, as I alluded to in the 22nd, Stone Cold at this point wouldn't put Triple H over for the title at SummerSlam. They added Mankind to the match to make it a triple threat match. We're going to get a great story and a big build between Triple H and Mankind. No, we're not. The next night on Raw, Triple H wins his first ever championship when he defeats Mankind. It's just less than 24 hours after SummerSlam. Shane McMahon's the guest referee, screws Mankind over a little bit, and away we go. Triple H wins his first ever championship. I love Triple H, so it's great for me. I just thought we were going to get a bit more from it than we did. But there you go. And also, a fantastic SummerSlam, and I'm going to test you. Andy, what was the year this happened? CM Punk defeats Jeff Hardy in a TLC match at SummerSlam. All right.
2009.
Well, that's what I've got, so I'm going to assume that you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. So an important year for Triple H fans, a day, and for CM Punk. But we move to the 24th. And Fraz, since you really loved my Clash of Champions comment last week about Vader, I've got another fantastic Clash of Champions. It's WCW Clash of Champions 28. It's 1994. It's Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. And Flair actually wins, but he wins by count out. So Flair finally beats Hogan, but it's by count out. But actually, the match of the show is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeating, stunning Steve Austin for the US title. Absolutely outstanding match. I probably preferred their Bash at the Beach match, but they had so many great matches. Yeah, I'll take, no problems. Speaking of Billy Gunn, the more successful former tag team partner of Billy Gunn, Bart Gunn, in 1998, on this day, defeated Bradshaw in the famous Brawl for All tournament. I mean, everybody remembers that. It did so much for his career, didn't he?
It was an incredible tournament, and Bart is incredible, but not as good as Billy. Carry on.
In 1999, on this day, the WWF taped the first ever SmackDown. When I say the first ever SmackDown, actually there was a tester SmackDown in April, but this was the first ever proper taped SmackDown with the super proper SmackDown stage and everything ready to go. And of course, the main event was Triple H versus The Rock, with a certain HBK as the referee, wearing some somewhat tight shorts and super kicking The Rock when he was doing the People's Elbow and turning on him. I mean, I say turning on him. I mean, at this point, Shawn Michaels was a face-ish tweener type guy, and they'd been building during the show that there was tension between him and Triple H, so that he would call a match down the middle, but obviously that's not going to happen, is it? But in 2003, there was an interesting SummerSlam. It's Triple H again. Tears his groin, so he can't defend the title against Bill Goldberg in a one-on-one match. So they scramble, and they end up with an Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam. Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, Triple H, Goldberg. As you can probably imagine, it starts off with Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton comes in, Kevin Nash comes in, and pretty much they will pretty much eliminate most of each other by the time Goldberg comes in. He takes out Jericho, does a bit to good old Shawn Michaels. Triple H comes in last after Goldberg's cleaned house. Gets super kicked back into his pod by Shawn Michaels. Sits there for about 20 minutes while they finish cleaning house, and then comes out of the pod and hits Goldberg with a sledgehammer and pins him. And that was it. That was his involvement in the match. So a really, really good Elimination Chamber match.
Highlighted, of course, by Kevin Nash's high and tight new haircut that he had.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not good.
Phenomenal.
It's really not good. But on the plus side, at least Kurt Angle defeated Brock Lesnar, which we all remember, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
The only downside there was he was wearing like 5-year-old ring attire. It was supposed to be white, but looked like brown.
Yeah.
Don't get it. But equally as important, even more important, is of course in 1945, on the 24th of August, Vince McMahon was born.
I wonder where you're going with that.
And as we alluded to in another video, he had a fantastic party with we worked out it was Titus O'Neil, R-Truth, I'm sure the Street
Michelle
Profits were
McCool.
there. Mark Henry must have been there.
Michelle McCool was there.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Undertaker was there.
But did you know that
Sheamus was there.
A year earlier, for contrast, Rocky Johnson was born in 1944. The father of Le Rock.
Oh.
So he's a year in the Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, a year older than Vince McMahon. But yeah, any are you upset that you weren't invited to Vince's party?
Who, me?
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this podcast
considering
long enough.
I am fucking Bron Breaker's doppelganger. Yeah, a little bit. I'm the future of the business.
Yeah. On the 25th, speaking of the future of the business, this was the end of the business for someone. This was the day, on the 25th of August in 1997, on Nitro, Arn Anderson officially retires after having that really bad surgery where they cocked it up a little bit and he lost the feeling in his left arm properly, so could not wrestle anymore. And he gave, remember the big speech about giving his spot away? His horseman spot away. It's like, it's not just a spot, it's my spot, it's the enforcer spot, and it was all given to Kurt Hennig, and of course we all know that all went Pete Tong because he ended up in the NWO. But hey, Arn Anderson, absolute legend, shame to retire, but I mean, let's face it, he was bald since he was 25. Couldn't really tell the difference by the time he properly retired, but he's still a ledge. But at SummerSlam 2002, on the 25th, what happened, everybody? What do you think I'm going to say? I mean, it's probably the best SummerSlam ever, isn't it?
One of them.
Because
Kurt
the
Angle, Ray.
the opening match, is your favourite, Kurt Angle, or one of your favourites, Kurt Angle, Ray. It's Jericho, Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, Chris Benoit, Taker versus Test. But of course, really, it's all about Shawn Michaels returning to the ring for the first time since, not all properly for the first time in WWE anyway, since 1998 at WrestleMania 14 to face Triple H. I know, Andy, you liked the match because it was predominantly called in the ring because we didn't know what Michaels was going to be able to do, and man, stole the show, absolutely fantastic. But of course, The Rock did put Brock Lesnar over as the next big thing, and Brock Lesnar became the undisputed WWE champion. But in 1981, a certain Judgment Day member was born on the 25th of August. Who do you reckon it was?
Finn Balor.
Correct. It's a shame it isn't massive head, massive head. But I think that's not a request, by the way. That's what the crowd were chanting at. Well, it could be a request. Leave a comment. We'll see how we go.
You're requesting it from the wrong two people, but
no, not from you. I mean, our 53 viewers. There's got to be someone out there's got to be female, surely.
one of those 53, I'm sure, can accommodate you, Davey.
Well, not all 53. Jesus Christ! I mean,
One of them will do, I'm sure. If you ask it nice enough.
I mean, the man is 42. Jesus Christ, he'd need a pacemaker by next week if that was happening.
I know.
Jeez.
Well, that would take me 53 viewers. That would take me 53 minutes. Don't think I could do it. I really don't. But anyway, let's digress. You boys know that I like a certain wrestler, don't you? Who do you think I like?
Bret Hart.
Can you see This picture here.
Oh,
Bret Hart.
So I was cleaning out my garage. It's like I'm peering around like some sort of pervert. But I was clearing out my garage at the weekend, and I found my signed Bret Hart autograph picture. Yay! From 2006 when I saw him in Colchester. Absolute ledge. The reason I mention that is because on the 26th of August in 1991, WWF did SummerSlam. And it was probably one of the best Intercontinental title matches up to this point. Bret Hart won his first Intercontinental title from Mr. Perfect. Absolutely outstanding match. Of course, everyone really remembers this SummerSlam for Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth's wedding for the match made in heaven. But of course, the match made in hell was a handicap tag match with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior facing Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Mustafa, and General Adnan. And instead of making it 3-on-3, it's a handicap match, but we're going to put a face as the special guest referee. That's right. Sid Justice's first pay-per-view appearance to the WWF. Sid Justice is the guest referee. Don't understand it myself. Should have been on the team, really, shouldn't he? Anyway, yeah, it's actually a great SummerSlam. $1 Million championships on the line. $1 Million Man versus Virgil. A jailhouse match where the loser goes to prison. The Big Boss Man versus the Mountie. The Legion of Doom challenging the Nasty Boys in a no-holds-barred tag title match. And, of course, the show stealer was Greg the Hammer Valentine versus IRS. No, of course it wasn't. But a really good opening six-man tag. British Bulldog, Texas Tornado, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat took on Power and Glory, everybody's favourite tag team. And Warlock? No, hang on a minute. What's his name?
Wardlow.
Wardlow.
Wardlow? Warlord. Warlord. Yep.
Fuck
so
you,
there you
asshole.
go. But it was a great SummerSlam. Anyway, let's move on because I'm talking about Bret Hart too much. In 2002, on this day, as I mentioned, Brock Lesnar had recently won the Undisputed Championship, but he comes out on Raw and says that actually he's going to SmackDown exclusively, and he takes the WWE Undisputed Championship, and it's just called the WWE Championship now, and it's going to be exclusively on SmackDown, which would lead to Eric Bischoff scrambling, and I'll tell you more about that next week. No birthdays, but unfortunately, everybody's favourite Psycho did die on this day in 2024. Do we know who that was?
Sid.
Yes, Psycho Sid. Yeah. No, I wasn't talking about a real Psycho. It's not just Sid. So Sid Justice makes his debut at SummerSlam and in 1991, but on the same day in 2024 passes away. It's a bit of a shame. Funny how these coincidences work. On the 27th of August, I don't know if I told you who my favourite sort of wrestler is. Has anyone ever? So I was clearing out my garage at the weekend and I happened to find my signed Bret Hart autograph. Anyway, so...
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. What the fuck was that noise?
Yeah, did someone just have a strum or something?
I may have hit my microphone with my Bret Hart.
I thought Jeff Jarrett had entered the chat.
Sorry, it was Bret Hart accidentally bumping into my microphone. I could just leave it there.
Picture of Bret Hart from Colchester in
I signed
2006.
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Have I mentioned it? I didn't think I've mentioned it. Anyway, so in
Dave, have you met Bret Hart?
Well, funny enough, I have. And what happened was I got this signed autograph picture of Bret Hart in 2006 from Colchester.
Oh.
Yeah,
do you know what? I really wish I had some Bret Hart sunglasses on me right now.
Well, you have. If they're not to hand, then you are to blame, aren't you?
Give me 5 minutes.
No. on a somewhat more serious note, SummerSlam again. This 1990s from Philadelphia. It's the first SummerSlam where a tag match wasn't the main event. The first 2 SummerSlams before that had a tag match as a main event. So how did they get around that? Well, that's right. This SummerSlam had a double main event. It had Hulk Hogan returning for the first time since April after being attacked by Earthquake to face Earthquake. He won the match by disqualification. And Ravishing Rick Rude and the Ultimate Warrior would finish their feud, which started over the Intercontinental title in 1989 and would go into 1990 over the WWF title as the Ultimate Warrior was the champion. This was a steel cage match at SummerSlam, and the Ultimate Warrior prevailed. But Match of the night was the 2 out of 3 falls tag team title match between the Hart Foundation and Demolition. Interesting stipulation was that only 2 members of Demolition could be at ringside for this match. It started with Crush and Smash. Halfway through the match, Axe would come down and hide under the ring, and him and Smash would rotate and swap over because they looked so alike the referee couldn't tell, leading to the Legion of Doom making their WWF pay-per-view debut, coming down to the ring in the last fall of the match, showing the referee that actually all 3 members of Demolition were here, causing chaos. Nice little roll up on Crush, and the Hart Foundation win their second tag team title 3 years after losing it in 1987. But it was a great match. SummerSlam 1995, and I won't mention Bret Hart because his match was crap at this pay-per-view. Everybody's favourite SummerSlam. Do you remember the main event?
Was it Diesel and Mabel?
It was Diesel and Mabel. That's right. It's probably the only SummerSlam match, possibly the only match, probably the only pay-per-view where the opening match is better than the main event. The opening match was the 1-2-3 Kid and Hakushi. It was much, much better than Diesel and Mabel. Of course, it's ladder match 2, the rematch from the century. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental title. Roles are reversed this time, with Shawn Michaels being the Intercontinental champion. And at this point, WWE can't use weapons, so the ladder can't actually be used as a weapon. They have to kind of use it as a sort of accidental tool type thing, and actually use it as a ladder and climb it. So they had to fall off it, or fall onto it, or bang into it, but not. They couldn't really be propelling into the ladder. Anyway, so it's still all right. It's not as good as WrestleMania 10. But guess who makes their pay-per-view debut at this event, gentlemen?
1995.
It's not Bret Hart, obviously, because we've mentioned him in previous SummerSlams.
In that match, you mean?
In what match?
Michaels and Razor.
No. There's a few debuts. There's a few
I'm gonna
debuts.
say the Ringmaster is one of them.
Oh, no. He comes in November, well, December.
Yeah, okay.
It's Triple H.
Really?
Hunter Hearst Helmsley fights Bob Holly. That's right. That's a SummerSlam match. Oh, and the Smoke and Guns defeated the Blue Brothers in a tag match. That make you feel better for us? And also, Isaac Yankem debuted, and there was a casket match between Undertaker and Kama Mustafa. It's actually not that bad. It sounds a lot worse than it is. Barry Horowitz does beat Skip at the Body Donners, though. Yeah, there's some 2 horrific matches on pay-per-view. What's that all about?
What have you got in your mouth right now, Dave?
A cock, by the sounds of it.
A pretzel.
Alright. Can I just clarify?
I needed a sugar rush.
Ladders weren't allowed.
You can't use them as a weapon.
Caskets and the intonation that you're going to kill someone, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yep. Short about interpretation.
Wrestling is moronic. It really is sometimes.
This SummerSlam was very moronic. It was all over the shop. But actually, you did get some pretty good matches. The casket match is good. The ladder match is still good. Honestly, the 1-2-3 Kid versus Hakushi is fantastic.
Yeah, it is really good. I remember it.
Yeah, it's like 20 years ahead of its time. You could watch it now. I mean, honestly, it's like, yeah.
Hakushi, massively underrated.
Underrated massively. And obviously Diesel and Mabel.
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Coming off that fantastic SummerSlam, in 2000 we have SummerSlam where we have the first ever TLC match. Everybody remember that one? The Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys?
Maybe.
They had a triangle ladder match in 2000 at WrestleMania 16, or WrestleMania 2000, whatever you want to call it. But this was the first proper TLC match. Also, fantastic match where Kurt Angle gets concussed in the first 5 seconds of the match. And instead of being a triple threat match for the title, Triple H and The Rock have to wrestle 30 minutes with just them. Kurt Angle gets some caffeine in the back and manages to come out for the end of the match because he's an absolute trooper. If he can win a gold medal with a broken neck, he's not going to miss a title match because he's concussed.
Oh,
so,
can I... Sorry, Dave.
No, go for it. I didn't let it breathe. That's my fault.
Two things there. Obviously, Kurt Angle is GOAT. You could be the greatest of all time. You could be the greatest of all time. And Manchester United are losing 2-0 against Grimsby.
With a full strength team out.
Grimsby Town are beating Manchester United 2-0.
With a full strength team out, I thought I read earlier as well. Definitely the
We're
first
letting it
team.
breathe. We're letting it breathe. And on to the next one.
Sergeant Slaughter was born in 1948 on this day. The Great Khali was born in 1972. The former WWE Women's Champion Jazz was born in 1973. And one of the toughest women to ever wrestle, Luna Vachon from the Vachon wrestling family, died in 2010. Bit of a shame. She also used to be married to Gangrel. But yeah, Luna,
Bam Bam
again,
Bigelow,
massively
yeah.
underrated. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow's main squeeze. And she used to hang around with Bull Nakano as well, do you remember?
And Tom Marks.
On the 28th of August, we had SummerSlam 1989. It was the second SummerSlam where, I mean, Tom Marks would have been alive. I don't know if he watched it. I don't know if he was with Luna at this point. I have no idea. But what I do know is, how do you top Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, the Mega Powers, versus Andre the Giant and Ted DiBiase, the Mega Bucks, from the year before? You can't, can you? It's just not doable. So, of course, you turn...
You can. You definitely can. But I will tell you that at the end of the show.
When you turn Randy Savage heel, you pair him up with Zeus, and you put Brutus the Barber Beefcake with Hulk Hogan. And that's your main event of SummerSlam 1989. Amazingly, it's over like fuck. The crowd are going nuts. It's insane, and it is... it's a match. Let's just say 4 people in the match. 1 person works during the match. That's Randy Savage. Everybody else is just there to just be there. So another classic from Randy Savage there. Warrior defeats Rick Rude again. So he beats him in 1990. He beats him in 1989. This one was for the Intercontinental title. Dusty Rhodes makes his SummerSlam debut. And he beats the Honky Tonk Man. And there's 2 outstanding 6-man tag matches on this show. The Rockers and Tito Santana take on the fabulous Rougeau Brothers and Rick Martel. It's a really good match. Demolition and King Hacksaw Jim Duggan take on the Twin Towers, Akeem and the Big Boss Man. And they're teaming up with Andre the Giant, probably one of the biggest 6-man teams you'll ever see in your life. And amazingly, Demolition managed to win. So it's really, really good. No tag team titles on the line, because the Hart Foundation had already signed to face the Brainbusters, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, before the Brainbusters had won the tag titles. And part of the, Bobby Heenan being their manager, being a weasel, he refused to put the tag titles on the line. So it was just an Intercontinental title. It was the only title on the line because Hulk Hogan was the champ in the main event. Also, at a house show the day before the 1994 SummerSlam, when it was decided that Razor Ramon was going to defeat Diesel for the Intercontinental title, HBK and Diesel didn't really not want to be champs. So they actually won the tag titles from their Head Shrinkers at a non-televised house show. That screwed the Head Shrinkers tag title matchup for SummerSlam. They ended up still wrestling on the pay-per-view, but it was just a regular tag match. How random is that? And unfortunately, Yokozuna's favourite manager, everybody's favourite Japanese superstar at the time, Mr. Fuji, passed away 2016. Isn't that a shame, everyone? And that is my From the Vault for this week, gents. Again, massively SummerSlam, because traditionally SummerSlam was always the last week or last weekend of August. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that's the end of SummerSlam from the Vaults for us boys, but that is my stuff for this week. And you were going to tell me how you can beat the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks. So go on then.
I can indeed. I can indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once Dave puts down his signed autograph photograph of Bret the Hitman Hart, which is only second to the Holy Grail as a relic, we have August 24th, 1998, Billy Gunn alongside the Road Dogg Jesse James defeat Southern Justice on an episode of Raw. Yeah. Unbelievable. I know you guys are probably thinking, Jesus Christ, how did I forget that? I know that's in everyone's. No. 24th August is Sunday, so it's still part of this week.
No, that's fine. It's just, I did mention that, Bart Gunn, the better Gunn brother, won something on that show. He beat Bradshaw in the Brawl for All.
And then on August the 30th, 1998, there was a small pay-per-view known as SummerSlam where the New Age Outlaws defeated Mankind in a handicap match.
We're not there yet. That's next week. Right, I'm going to miss that off on purpose for you.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yep.
The 30th is what? When? When is that?
I do
Saturday?
I do 7 days, and I went from the 22nd to the 28th. That's the 7 days. So that would have been next week.
I go Sunday to Sunday.
Well, that's why you don't do the vault, don't it?
And that is
So
why Billy Gunn, alongside Kurt Angle, is the greatest wrestler of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are like Andrew and waiting for this video
bored to fucking tears of these two going on
my
about bullshit and Bret Hart. Bret Hart can get in the bin. Billy Gunn can suck a dick. Get on.
So I am now going to
he can kiss an arse. He kissed the Rock's arse. That's what he did.
I'm now going to put out an open invitation for anyone that would like to replace Andy Nero on the From the Vault video for next week. Please put your CVs or resumes, as they say,
just
in the comment section. Yeah. No, Dave, we're being serious now. You can put the photo down because Andy's not interested in From the Vault. He's made that perfectly clear from 6 minutes and 34 seconds into this video. Right, I've been watching him. We need someone that is going to bring the same enthusiasm and fire as me and Dave is. Now, Billy Gunn, we all know, is the greatest wrestler of all time, along with Kurt Angle. Bret Hart, closely followed second. Now, if you've enjoyed this, please smash the like button, share with all your friends, and please comment. If you've got any other Billy Gunn facts, I'd love to hear it. Me and you could do a show. We could call it From the Arse. Right, or from the ass. But thank you for tuning in. Lots of love, appreciation. Dave's going to put that picture up on eBay. There may be a stain or two on there, but just ignore it. And we'll catch you on next week's episode of From the Vault. Thank you very much for joining us for this 33 minutes and 26 seconds episode of From the Vault. Lots of love and kisses. Adios, amigos.